Happiness is often misunderstood. Many individuals spend their entire life seeking it through significant moments. Ideal relationships, success, recognition, or distant aspirations. They assume happiness will come when everything aligns, pain fades, life feels simpler, or when they are considered enough by society. However, true happiness does not reside in perfection, nor does it depend on the future to arrive. Real happiness is much quieter than most people expect. Sometimes it arrives softly, like sunlight, resting gently across your floor in the early morning. Sometimes it is hidden inside a deep breath after a difficult day, or in the calm feeling of sitting alone with your thoughts and realizing your heart is finally at peace for a moment. Happiness can be found in simple things. The sound of rain against the window, the comfort of silence, a kind smile from a stranger, the warmth of holding someone's hand, or the feeling of being understood without needing to explain yourself. Life will never be perfect. There will still be disappointments, grief, uncertainty, and days when your spirit feels tired. But happiness is not the absence of pain. It is the quiet ability to still notice beauty while carrying your human struggles. It is learning that even broken hearts can still love, tired souls can still hope, and wounded people can still heal. So many of us have been taught to chase happiness as though it lives somewhere outside of us. We search for it in achievements, money, approval, appearances, or the need to constantly become more. Yet the more we chase, the more exhausted we become. Because the soul was never asking us to perform for love, it was simply asking us to come home to ourselves. There is a sacred peace that begins to grow when you stop fighting your own life so harshly, when you stop punishing yourself for not having all the answers, when you forgive yourself for the mistakes that shaped you, when you accept that healing is not a straight line and that being human means sometimes feeling lost, emotional, uncertain, or afraid. True happiness begins in acceptance. It grows when you stop comparing your journey to everyone else's. It grows when you allow yourself to rest without guilt. It grows when you speak to yourself with the same kindness you offer others. It grows when you realize that your worth was never something you had to earn. The soul does not need constant noise to feel alive. In fact, some of the most beautiful moments in life happen quietly, in stillness, in presence, in the moments where nothing extraordinary is happening, yet your heart suddenly whispers, "This is enough. I am enough right here, right now." Perhaps that is the deepest form of happiness. Not constantly chasing more, not escaping yourself, not pretending to be someone you are not, but finally feeling at peace inside your own spirit. Because happiness is not something the world gives you. It is something you slowly remember when you begin listening to your heart again. And maybe the greatest healing of all is discovering that the peace you were searching for has been living softly within you the entire time, patiently waiting for you to notice it. soaked her, pouring down his love. So she hid inside the cave until she felt the emptiness. The sun awakened her, lighting up his passion. So she dived into the ocean until she found the darkness. So she ran into the forest until she heard the silence. Amidst the calmness of the storm, rain washed away her tears. Sun melted her defenses, wind swept away her fears. The symphony of the cosmos, eternally serenading her with stars, until she could no longer ignore the silent tug of his heart. Most people let heartbreak close them. The pain arrives and something shuts. Walls go up, trust contracts. The capacity to love gets smaller, not larger. Because the mind decides that openness was a mistake, that vulnerability was the wound, that the solution is to feel less. This is the ordinary response, and it is completely understandable. But there is another path, the alchemical path. Alchemy was never about chemistry. It was a symbolic language for the transformation of the inner self. The lead that the alchemist works with is not metal. It is the raw, heavy, unrefined material of human suffering, and the gold is not a substance. It is what that suffering becomes when it is faced, entered, and transmuted rather than avoided. To turn heartbreak into infinite love is not to pretend the pain was not real. It is to let the pain break you open rather than break you down. There is a difference between being broken and being open. One closes, the other expands. The person who has truly grieved a deep love does not become incapable of loving. They become capable of a love that is larger than the one they lost, because they have touched something real, because they have learned what love actually costs, and they are willing to pay it again. Jung called this the wounded healer. Rumi said the wound is where the light enters. Every mystical tradition that has ever looked honestly at suffering has pointed toward the same truth. The deepest pain, when it is not wasted, becomes the deepest gift. You are not damaged by what you have lost. You are expanded by it. If you choose that path.
The most important sentence ever written contains only 7 words. As above, so below. As within, so without. It comes from the Emerald Tablet, one of the oldest and most studied texts in the Western esoteric tradition. Attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, in those 7 words lives a complete theory of reality. The universe is not a collection of separate, unrelated things. It is a single system of correspondences where every level of existence mirrors every other level. The cosmos is in the atom. The atom is in the cosmos. The patterns that govern the movement of galaxies are the same patterns that govern the movement of thought. What happens in the outer world is a reflection of what is happening in the inner world. And what you carry inside you is being projected constantly and without pause onto the reality you experience around you. This is not poetry. Every serious mystical tradition that has ever existed has arrived at this same understanding through its own path. The Kabbalists mapped it through the tree of life. The Vedic traditions mapped it through the chakras. The alchemists encoded it in their symbols. The Pythagoreans found it in mathematics, different languages, the same law. You are not separate from the universe. You are a point through which it becomes aware of itself.